Hello, hello. I hope everybody is having a great day. And it's now Christmas Eve when I'm recording this. It's 1 a.m. here. Today, I'm going to be telling the story about how I did meth. Yeah, you heard that right. I did fucking crystal meth, like a tweaker. So, yeah, this one's going to be a little bit wild. But I guess I'll get right into it. I have a Terraria video playing in the background. I'm just gonna start making a world and see how far I get into it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing from now on until I hopefully beat the world. And also, I just wanted to say I haven't uploaded in a while because I've been busy with some work shit. So I'm gonna see if I can start uploading more because I do like telling these stories. It's cool to share about my life. But anyway, so and this time, it was summer, and it was right before I was gonna get my job, and I had started dating this girl. I want to call her. Let's go with Kate. Sure, that works. So Kate was a crazy bipolar 4'11" Latina chick, and I fucking loved crazy girls. So it was great, and she was a cokehead. And I was doing a lot of stimulants at that time, just any drug actually. I was doing a lot of shit. So we were like a power drug couple, you could say. We did everything together. It was a really fun kind of almost like a party at all times whenever I was with her. And this day I did my usual where I would wake up from being blackout drunk after hopping on Call of Duty, and I would play a drinking game where I would take a shot after every death I took in Search and Destroy until I got blackout drunk, and then I would pass out, wake up, and take 4 shots to cure my hangover. And then I would go tell my parents I was going on a little date expedition. They'd say okay. I'd get my keys and I drink on the way over because she knew I was definitely an alcoholic. And yeah, I was only 17. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna disclose that. Yeah, she knew my girlfriend at the time, Kate, knew I was definitely an alcoholic, and she wanted me to stop drinking before I you know, got into school because I actually was hoping to go to college, but she didn't want me to drink. So I would always just pregame it instead, and I would show up drunk and try to play off sober, or I would take stealth shots next to her. Yeah, pretty fun shit. So yeah, so I as per usual, hop on the highway in my car while I'm drinking, probably down 6 shots by then. By the time I pull up to her, and I would normally take her out to get some breakfast. Maybe we'd go watch a movie or go, fuck. I fucked her a lot in my car because I was living with my parents still. I was 17. They wouldn't let me move out, so I normally would just pull up to like a random parking garage or a random parking lot and fuck her in a parking lot. It was kind of fucked up, but I put blankets on the window so some kid didn't get scarred for life. But I also had taken my buddy Bobby. I don't remember if that's what I called him in my other videos, but my best friend did all the hard shit with that man, and he wanted to meet Kate. So I was like, sure, you know what, fine, let's go do this shit. So I'm bringing Bobby with me to meet Kate, and I was pre-gaming with him. We were also getting crossed. He had a bowl, so we were smoking a bowl on the highway. And we pull up to Kate. We, get the breakfast and bullshit. Start a movie. Yeah, I think we went to a movie theater. I don't remember. But this was in a downtown area where I live. So it was crackhead central. It was homeless people central. And my buddy Bobby loved fucking with the homeless people. Like he fucked with them. Not in like a hoop angel type of way. I'm talking like he loved the homeless people. He thought they were chill as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with the homeless people too. I still fuck with the homeless people. But he's a different breed. Like he befriends them. He takes their side quests. So this man, I was gonna go fuck her, of course, and I didn't want my buddy in the fucking car. So I'm like, hey buddy, you want to go on a little side quest? And he was like, yeah, sure. Go drop me off somewhere. And I said, yeah, go see if you can buy crystal meth from a homeless person. He said, deal. So I drop him off on a curb. You know, he was chill with it. I'm not being a dickhead. Like, he was completely chill with it. You could ask Bobby. He didn't give a fuck. So I drop him off. I go to the parking garage. I film. I think like a. I think I fucked for like an hour almost, and then I was like, okay, I'm done. Let's go pick this man up. Now he didn't find meth when I picked him up, but he was like all scratched up. He was riding a skateboard and he biffed it on the road because the road was shit. And Bobby was all cut up, so he was bleeding on his knees and shit. And he was like, "You know what would really cure this? You know what would really make me feel better? Some meth." I was like, "Oh, yeah, let's continue." Kate did not like that. She did not like hearing that because she had an ex. She did coke, yeah. She had an ex though that she said used to beat her because he would get angry when he did meth. So he would get the aggression issues that most tweakers get. So then me and Bobby are hungry as fuck, so we go to a McDonald's. And this was a legendary street. I'm not gonna say what street, but everyone in my area, you could ask anyone in my area, they would tell you stories about this street. This street was fucked up. Like, it had a reputation for being really rough. A lot of homeless crackhead people. So I pull up. There's like, of course, the average homeless people fucking on a mattress next to the McDonald's. And, we passed by that casually. Kate isn't too happy to see that, but whatever. I thought it was funny. So we go into this McDonald's, and me and Bobby I don't even remember. I think we got like cheeseburgers or some shit. But we go outside because Bobby happens to catch a glimpse of a homeless guy smoking a joint. He was like, I'm trying to smoke with this homeless guy. So me and him go outside, and Kate she had like a weird reaction to bud where her throat would close up. She could do dabs and hit a card, but bud specifically, she couldn't handle. I don't know why. But so she didn't come out. But that was actually perfect because what happened was we go outside. We like, hey bro, how you doing this morning? Can we tap the J? He's like, of course. So we throw him some bud. We actually sell him a quarter ounce. I think it was maybe an ounce, and we share in our bowl so he could try it out. So we were passing back and forth. My boy Bobby says, hey man, just wondering, you happen to have anything a little harder than this? And the guy's like, I don't know, what you thinking? He's like, maybe that clear. I was like, I got that clear. I got that clear on me. It's like this hella chill dude, bro. He pulls out an Altoids can, like an Altoids fucking mint thing. I don't even remember what the fuck you call it, a mint container. And he opens it up, and there's a fat rock of meth. And I, for some reason, he also had like aspirin in there or some shit, like really shitty off-brand aspirin. And he was like, I got the aspirin because it helps with my headaches, but it doesn't really do shit. And he started laughing, because he was definitely on meth. But yeah, we copped this huge meth rock for $20 off a random homeless guy. Thinking nothing of it. It do not matter. That was always our saying. It do not matter. So we go into the McDonald's. We tell Kate, hey, we both need to shit. We'll be right back. So we go into the McDonald's bathroom, and we hop in the stall. Like, we just hop in the stall together and just start chopping up a line, like two lines for each other. And we get that shit going, and we rail that bitch. And immediately coming up from that line, holy fuck. Most intense, stimulant feeling I've ever felt in my life. My vision became clear instantly. I was seeing in 4K Ultra HD ray tracing mode, and I was at fucking 300 frames per second. I don't know how, but my body found a way, and I was like jittering. It was crazy. I could barely talk because my brain was moving so fast. I would skip words during a sentence. And Bobby looked at me with the same look I felt like I had on, and we were like, "Yeah, motherfucker, let's go drive." So we go out of the stall, geeked as fuck, and I just had to play it off with Kate because she doesn't want me to do fucking meth. So we just go back to the car. I drive normally, and then we go to a King Supers. I buy her a fucking vibrator, and I also bought. Oh yeah, I bought a wine opener. still have that wine opener in my car because I would, and it had a bottle opener on the end of it, and we got some Coronas. So I cracked the Coronas with Kate and Bobby. We just started chugging the Coronas. We got some limes. It was perfect. It was a good day. Eventually, I ended up dropping Kate off so I could kick it with Bobby some more. On the way back, it starts raining and we're on the highway. It's stop and go traffic because of how shitty the weather was. And we are like, you know what? We need to get there. We need to do more. So we chop up some lines. I think I did like six more at least, maybe even more than that. And I was fucking wired. Like I was driving better than I ever had. I was driving like a Formula One fucking race car driver. Best control of my life on the wheel. And we were just rapping. We were having such a good time. We were talking about life and shit. We were just so happy because it makes you feel so happy. Like I'm not condoning this shit. Fucking never do meth. That never do anything I talk about in these videos. But fucking hell, that shit was crazy. And then as we're coming back, then we get a call from, I don't know if I ever included this guy in my videos, but I'm just gonna go with um, fuck. Let's go with Carson. How about that? That's kind of fit. No, we're going with Jesus, bro. I'm finna call him Jesus because he looks like that fucking Native American Jesus, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. But we get a call from this man. He says, "Yo, what y'all doing? You trying to pull up?" We say, "We're both tweaking on meth. Let's go." So we pick up this guy. After we finally get off the highway, and he has someone for us to meet that Bobby has only heard like legendary stories of, because Jesus called this motherfucker his uncle because he hung out with him so much since he was a kid. It's like a 40-year-old or something. And we're gonna call him shit. I don't even know. We're gonna call him fuck it. Let's just go with Carson. Like I was gonna call my other buddy. So we pull up to Carson and we're waiting in his house for him to pull up because he was on the way back. And we're waiting there for a while, just tweaking, like sitting on his couch. And he comes outside, so we all come out. He pulls up and he rolls down his window, and he just has a balloon filled with nitrous oxide in his mouth, and he's just huffing it. Like he doesn't give a fuck. We all laugh and dab him up, and I swear. So we go in. He pulls out this huge fucking 98% purity nitrous oxide canister that's used for medical laughing gas. Because nitrous is laughing gas. So we bust that shit out. I'm like, fuck it. I already did math. I might as well do this. So I'm already like fucking tweaking. And then I just start huffing nitrous. And I swear there was like a ceiling fan above my head and the most intense euphoria I've ever felt. And by ceiling fan above my head, the best way I can describe it is the sound of a ceiling fan above your head. It's like a vroom, vroom, vroom kind of fucking sound. I know that sounded retarded, but that's the best way I can explain it. And the most intense body I have ever had. And I just heard static in my ears. I could barely hear what anyone was saying, but I was so happy. And all the colors were beautiful. We had some nice music that my boy fucking what the fuck, Carson put on. And that shit was, that was a fucking vibe. And Jesus and Bobby are talking, and I'm just bonding with fucking Carson on a spiritual level, like in deep conversation with them, even though I just met him. And they were laughing about it because they're like, damn, this motherfucker just met him while he's tweaking, and he's like being coached on life by this motherfucker Carson. So after I do my nitrous, he gives us a balloon, and for the road, like a road balloon, like he was doing. And I hop in my car, and I had the best idea. So when like a tweaker idea. So when you do nitrous oxide and you inhale it, and then you try to talk, it makes your voice sound way deeper. And there's a song, I'm sure most of you have heard of it, called "Where the Hood At," where they say it in a really deep voice, and I always wanted to be able to say it like how they say it. So I decided to put it on. I actually have a video of it still, me tweaking like crazy, huffing nitrous, and then trying to say "Where the Hood At" and forgetting the English language while I was trying to say it. So I just started speaking gibberish. But yeah, after all that shit, I drop off Bobby, and I try to go to sleep. with my alcohol mixture, like just the vodka lemonade. It was very simple, like a shitty $8 Skull vodka. I was a very cheap drinker since I spent most of my money on hardcore drugs. I left my alcohol budget very low, so the most expensive I've ever drank was like Tito's vodka, which is, not, apparently that's not very expensive liquor. But 35 a handle was pretty steep for high school me. I wasn't making bank. But yeah, so I try to go to sleep. I do my shots, and I'm cracked, bro. I'm quick scoping motherfuckers like it's nobody's business. Going like 20-4 in search. And man, that shit, I couldn't go to sleep. I stayed up all night, went back, and then I, woke up, took my 4 shots to cure that hangover I got from that, and I was still wired. And I, pull up to Kate, and we record an hour minute 45, what the fuck, hour 45 minute sex tape because of how geeked I was. I went for an hour 45 with no break, and I recorded a part where I was eating Chick-fil-A, a chicken, fucking spicy chicken deluxe, and I was comparing it to the flavor of her pussy on a scale of 1 to 10. And I'm not gonna lie, that chicken sandwich was better, but it was fun little activity, but damn, I was fucked. That was the best sex I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, after I did that, I had my day. I dropped her off with this tape. Unfortunately, I deleted it because I broke up with her eventually because she faked a pregnancy. I'll talk more about that in another video. Yeah, I got a lot going on, but fuck. I go home eventually. I don't remember really what happened that day other than that. I was just really wired. I try to sleep again. I can't, so I play COD all night. Cycle repeats for 4 days to the point where I'm hallucinating like things actually crawling in my skin. Like I'm visibly seeing them and feeling them in my skin, crawling around like centipedes and shit. It was bad. I thought my veins were like worms attached to my brain, eating my soul. And I saw like an audience around me watching me play Call of Duty cheering for me. It was it was something else. But finally, that final night, I was able to get 30 minutes of sleep. And after that, the next night I was able to sleep. So I wanted to keep this one a little shorter, but it ended up being a little longer than I wanted it to be. But it's okay. I think that's a good tale of why not to do meth because when I woke up that next day, I had the most incredible, terrible pain in every part of my body. Every part of my body, I felt pain, and I had a severe headache from the nitrous that I had done. So overall, regretted it. I felt really depressed after that shit because it fucks with your like serotonin or some shit. I don't remember. It fucks you up, man. Don't do that shit. Like, yeah, it was fun while it lasted, but goddamn, terrible fucking mistake. Do not do crystal meth ever. But yeah, I guess that's all I really had to say. That was a fun fucking story. I'm enjoying making these, so I'm probably gonna get back onto that shit. So yeah, fuck. Have a good Christmas, happy holidays, and have a good New Year if I'm not here by the time it's New Year's. Later.